Hey, welcome to another episode of I'm Right, I'm Right. I'm one of your hosts, Anthony Cordova, and Jill Cox-Cordova will be with us in approximately 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So, right now, I would like to thank everyone, especially our audio-only listeners, for your participation and also listening to the ads that go on before we start the show. Now, if you are watching this or listening to this in replay, either one, you can fast forward right past this portion and get right into the show. Or you can just stay here and listen to me for another 3 minutes and 40 seconds. It's your choice. Also, I want to talk about the Podcast Awards. Now, we have made it to the slate of top 10 podcasters in our category, which is society and culture. So I want to thank everyone that's voted for us. I mean, you're making this happen for us. And it's, amazing. It only took us 300 episodes or so to get to this point, which is just like totally awesome. It's okay, because we love what we do and we love our audience. So thank you for participating. Now, also, if you are a audio-only listener, we would love it if you come to the show live. And that's every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And you can watch that on YouTube or Facebook. Or you can watch the show from Jill's website, which is jillcoxcordova.com, and click the podcaster tab, and you'll be right into the show. Now, for those of you that are here live for our show every Wednesday, or at least almost every Wednesday, I want to thank all of you for coming too, because you always make the show better. Your participation in this show just makes the show more lively, and you get to hear a viewpoint of someone other than myself and Jill. So, we love you all. We love what you do for us. And thank you for voting for us. And for those of you that got an email that asked you to vote again, because they must deem you to be a special person. And they really want you to cast more votes so we can get down to actually who is going to win. We've got our fingers crossed, and I really hope it's us with all of your help. But for you live viewers, we love that you come. We really do. And you can comment and ask questions right from YouTube and Facebook. But you'll also see there that there's another link. And the link says something like, be in the show, or be on the show, be live in the show. Now, if you click that link and follow the prompts, it'll bring you right into the show where people can see you and hear you. If you don't want to be seen, all you do is click no camera and you will not be seen. And we actually bring you up to the stage so people can hear you. So, we'll let you know beforehand that, hey, we see you and we're going to bring you up. Well, we've only got about another 20 seconds and we're going to go live with video, and you'll see us and hear us, and hopefully we will see you and hear you too. So we got 10 seconds. See you in a few moments. Come on, Jen. Come on. You can do it. Come on.
I guess I'm really off today. Greetings, everyone. This is I'm Right.
I'm Right.
And I'm Jill Cox-Cordova.
I'm Anthony Cordova.
And thank you all for being here. We always appreciate it.
Yes, we absolutely do.
We do. We do.
Cool thing.
We do.
Yeah.
I wanted to, last week, I ended the show by thanking our audience, but I want to start the show by thanking our audience. Because as you said, just like a few minutes ago, you told the audience thank you for helping us get to the slate of top 10 shows and the podcast awards.
Yes.
So we're very excited about that. You all helped us get there. We did not get there by ourselves. You all voted and helped us get there. Because we didn't even
vote for ourselves.
Yeah, we couldn't. So. We weren't allowed to. So thank you for getting us to that point. They will announce the winners, I should say, because there are 30 categories and 10 shows in each of them. That's like 300 shows, right? On September 28th in a special podcast ceremony, awards show ceremony. So, and they've told us that maybe a day or two before or maybe it's a week before, maybe it's the day before, they're going to send us a link so that you all may watch the show too. So we'll keep you informed about that. So thanks again for helping us get this far. As you said, it only took us, 300 shows to get there.
Seems like just a few.
Just a few, yeah.
Just a few.
Yes. And so speaking of our audience, we have people telling us they're here. John Boltman is here.
Hey,
Hi,
John. What's going on?
Welcome. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah,
I know you've been sick. We know you've been sick.
He's a strong man. He's all better.
So I hope that's true. I hope that you're all better. For some reason, I can see comments on YouTube, but I can't see it on our screen. But I do know they put R and C Cordova are here. So welcome, them. Ronaldo and Connie. RC, like the cola, right? Yeah, RC Cola.
Yes.
Is that what it was?
That's what it was, but this is not who that is. It's not RC
No,
Cola.
It's not that. No.
Into the show.
Not to be confused. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So last week also, I have been doing polls, not climbing poles or pole dancing, but POLLS surveys on... You want me to?
I was going to get you a pole next Christmas.
And put it where?
Right here in
on
the
studio. Set. You want me to start pole dancing on our show?
So we were right here.
Oh, that would bring in an interesting group of people, maybe, perhaps.
Yeah, right here.
I guess I should take pole dance lessons before we do that, right?
It's going to be right over there.
Okay. All right.
I threw you for a loop, didn't it?
It did. I'm like, what was I saying? So I've been doing these surveys on LinkedIn and that go along with our topic. And last week we talked about adults returning to school. Mm-hmm. So in my poll, I asked people on LinkedIn, is going back to school as an adult worth it? And the final results are in. 33% said yes. Of course.
Okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
22% said, nope, not these days.
Okay.
And 44% said it depends on the why, which was the stance that you and I took.
Absolutely.
So this week, we're talking about family road trips. It's part of a segment that we call...
Stand by your stance.
Stand by your stance.
Yes. So since LinkedIn is, for professionals, I asked this time, do you ever use your PTO, your paid time off, for family road trips? Because I wanted to see if road trips are still a thing. Mm-hmm. And the poll just started today.
Okay.
But already the votes are 100% Yes.
Oh, wow. 100%.
100%.
100% family
Said
road trips.
yes. Said yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the family road trip is not dead.
It's not dead.
It's like alive and going strong
Yes.
in this day and age.
In this day and age. And I can understand that, it's getting costlier to fly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not as safe, it seems, to fly with some airlines, some types of planes, I should say.
Okay.
And I also looked at another survey, and it said that 83%, this is from last year, 83% drove to their summer vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And 71% out of that 83% said it was because of road trips. No, I'm sorry.
Because of road trips?
48% were accompanied by their family. So going on the road to their vacations, 48% said, and my family is with me.
Yeah. So
The 71% they said that road trips actually influence which kind of car they will buy.
okay.
Which makes sense to me, too.
Okay. Yeah, that does make sense because you wouldn't want to be in a very cramped, uncomfortable vehicle to go on a long road trip.
Right.
That would be messed up.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Well, my biggest thing is, are family road trips enjoyable? I mean, is the ride itself enjoyable, or is it the destination that brings the joy?
I think the road trip itself is enjoyable, and it's kind of iffy about the destination.
The destination is iffy?
Yes.
Why is the destination
Because
iffy?
some family vacations,
If you go to Wally World?
that's an iffy thing for some people, right? They may not enjoy that at all, right? May not enjoy that part of it, but it's being with the family that's the fun part. So they could care less about the destination. In fact, they
Okay.
may not even like the destination.
Okay. But, some families, get on each other's nerves.
Fortunately, we don't have that kind of family.
Okay. It be like that sometimes. But I like family road trips. I really do.
Me too.
Actually, maybe a few months ago, I took I guess this qualifies as a family road trip, but with my grandson. And
Yes, it does. It
my
absolutely does.
Grandson
You all went to
is
Texas
Yeah,
and back.
he's 19 years old, and we made a road trip to Texas, way over out in Texas, out in the middle of nowhere. But so he drove some, I drove some, he drove some, I drove some, and it was a nice trip. He would try to win me over to his music and ask me to score on a scale of 1 to 10 how much I liked it. And so his challenge was to get me to vote at least one song a 10.
Oh, and did you?
Never happened.
But he
Never
was he
happened.
surprised
Never.
by the kind of music you listen to?
Oh, no, we
because
didn't
I'm
listen.
surprised by the kind of music you
We
listen to.
didn't listen to any of the music I listened to. I listened to all of his music
All
the
of his-
whole way.
Oh,
So
did he have
it
a
was
mix
a 12-hour drive, and we listened to his the whole way.
Is it one genre of music, or did he have a mix?
Yeah, he has several genres.
Okay.
That,
So I always believe that you learn about people by their taste of music and books.
yeah, that's why I only wanted to listen to his music. That's why.
So you learned about him, but he also learned about you.
Yeah, because he was surprised that some of it I liked, and some of the ones he didn't like as much. I really like.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I've always enjoyed road trips. As a child, my mother always made sure, whether it was a break from school or she took vacation herself, it was always my mother, my grandmother, and me.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved our road trips, and they always had me in mind as a child, like,
Right.
we went out of state to go to an amusement park, several times actually.
Mm-hmm.
We, and then when her brother used to, when he had the job he had,
Okay.
well, most people know, when he worked in Secret Service, I just went with my grandmother and other parts of my family. So my mom didn't get to go because I guess she didn't get to take time off work. But I got a week to go to D.C. and visit, the White House.
You went to the White House?
Yeah.
What did you do while you were in the White House?
I talked to Secret Service people. And I was quizzing them on how much they knew about me. And they knew everything about me. And that just fascinated me. Well, anybody who knows me knows I ask questions. So I asked the questions at the White House, not the other way around.
Okay.
So that was fun for me. But we've also been to Pennsylvania together, New Jersey, Minnesota. Well, Minnesota we flew there. But I always enjoyed trips as a child. But it wasn't until I married you that I started doing road trips again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because in between, becoming an adult and being single, I would just fly everywhere I wanted to go.
I see.
I
see.
But you brought back the road trip for me.
Okay. Well, I think we have some comments.
We do. I'm very excited to have comments. Let's see. Let's start back up here. When we were talking about asking John if he was feeling better, he said, "Yes, I'm sitting up with my veins clear." That's a good report, John. I'm happy for it.
We like clear veins.
Yes. And then, let's see. Jeanette is telling us when we go on our next road trip, I hope you all are packed.
We are packed, ready to ride when we go on our next road trip.
That's funny.
We're on a mission.
Yep. And it's funny when you're excited about a trip. I pack early when I'm excited about a trip. If I'm dreading it, I pack at the last minute.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yep.
Didn't know that.
That's true. John says Stuckey's is going to make a comeback. Well,
a lot of people don't know Stuckey's. I actually remember Stuckey's. I've eaten breakfast in many Stuckey's. And they used to also be known for their saltwater toffee.
Oh.
Stuckey's was. There was like a touristy restaurant.
I remember Stuckey's. I can't remember what I ever got there, but I do remember Stuckey's.
Yeah.
John also says a vehicle equipped with a soundproof. He says a vehicle equipped with a soundproof mother-in-law cubicle.
See, I didn't say that. Wasn't me. I didn't say it.
Oh, that's funny. Hilarious. I didn't say it either, just for the record. Ronaldo says road trips are great as long as you have pork bins?
Pork rinds.
Oh, pork rinds.
Yeah,
and Mountain Dew. Woo.
Pork rinds and Mountain Dew will keep you rolling. Give me some coffee and a bunch of Little Debbie donuts. And I'm rolling.
The last time I drank Mountain Dew, I was working a morning shift for a local affiliate. And I actually kept my anchor scared of me because he was like, anybody that can drink Mountain Dew at 3:00 in the morning and do their work, he was afraid of.
Okay.
So I would purposely drink Mountain Dew
more Mountain Dew
in front of him.
Okay. Cool.
That's dangerous stuff. Okay, Ronaldo says, woo, just completed the first 1,000 miles of a 3,700 mile trip.
Oh, so you're on a trip now. He's on a trip now. Huh.
I hope he's enjoying it.
I'm sure he is.
I'm sure he is too.
I'm sure he is
too.
He probably is driving right past the towns he's supposed to stop at.
Just driving.
That's right.
Just driving.
He's supposed to stop and see some friends in Cincinnati, and poof, he's going right through it. Because he's in for the ride. You know, he just wants to ride.
Just wants to ride.
Yeah, that's it.
And then John is remembering pecan rolls.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. They had the pecan rolls too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looked like a log.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm turning this way because again, our YouTube comments aren't showing up on the screen that we normally do things from. So I'm turning this way because we're getting comments on YouTube as well. And Chris and Tamia are saying, "What up, y'all?"
Chris and Tamia.
Yep. And they say, "I don't know about road trips too much. I love to have my own bathroom, though." And then they travel occasionally. We travel occasionally with my ex-wife and her husband, including the kids. It is actually fun. We have traveled together with your ex-wife.
But we all didn't ride in the same car.
Well, that's true. We did all meet up together. But we met up. We vacationed.
But it wasn't a road trip together. We met up at the same place.
That's true. That's a little different for us.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
But I like road trips.
Well, you are a professional driver. That makes sense.
Well, I didn't used to like road trips.
Because you're a professional driver?
Yes. It wasn't that I didn't like to drive. It was that, like, people in the car wanted to do things like
use the bathroom?
Stop and go to the bathroom.
And you didn't want to stop?
Let's stop and get something to eat. I'm like, what are you talking about?
But you're past that now, right?
Yes, I've overcome that. But I figure we drive 8.5, 9 hours nonstop. Then we can go to the bathroom, eat. You only have 15 minutes to do that, by the way. And then we hit the road
15
again.
15 minutes to eat.
All at the same time.
It might take that long to get your food.
We get gas at that time, too. But you make sure you don't go to a sit-down restaurant. You have to get your food fast. Boom, boom, boom.
Thank goodness
on a schedule.
Well, thank goodness you realize we are not in a truck with you.
But some of that...
We are on a family vacation that's supposed to be relaxing.
Some of that has changed.
Some?
Some of
not
that
all of that.
Some of
which
that
part
has
do you
changed.
keep? Which part stays?
Some of that has changed.
Like?
We'll discuss that later.
No, we need to know now.
we'll discuss.
We need to know right now what hasn't changed.
You can go to the bathroom.
Do I get longer than 15 minutes to eat?
Probably not.
Yes, I do. I will make sure of it.
If we're on a tight schedule,
We're not on a tight schedule.
If we are going somewhere and we're on a tight schedule.
The only time we've been on the road together when we're on a tight schedule is when I have to be there at a certain time. But on vacations, I don't have to be there at a certain time.
Sure you do. You have to check in. You have to do that.
We can check in late. Don't keep your room.
Look, I don't have a problem driving. Okay.
True. You do all the driving.
One time, I gave Jill a bunch of...
He drugged me. I say that with... No, he didn't slip me a Mickey. I knew I was being drugged. It knocked me, and he gave me something that would put me to sleep because...
Well, it was like Vicks.
I have a chronic condition, and I driving in a car for 12 hours, more than 12 hours minimum was a lot for me. And I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm telling this to one of my doctors, and she liked that you drugged me, because when I took it, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, we were there.
Just like that. 12-hour
So
trip
my
seemed
body,
like 30
like
minutes
if
for
I
Jill.
knew that I was in pain, my body, like I was asleep, so I didn't really know my body couldn't make it through that trip. But it did, because you totally knocked me out with what you gave me. And so I told my doctor that when we got back, and she's like, good for him. That's really good.
See, it was a good idea. I would love to be able to just like go to sleep and then wake up and I'm there. That would be fabulous.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
Well, now I don't need drugging. But I will watch what you give me if you. I will watch.
My little wheels.
I will watch.
My little wheels are turning.
Because he also liked, I later found out, it wasn't that, like you gave, I'd like to think you gave me that drug to help me.
It was to help you physically.
But it also, you didn't have to stop for the bathroom. You didn't have to stop to eat. I realize that now. Like,
no, every time I did stop, whether it was when I stopped for gas, I would say, Jill, I'm stopping for gas. Do you have to use the restroom? And you might say, And I'll ask you again, Jill, do you have to use the restroom?
I don't know why people talk to me when I'm sleeping.
So I put the gas in and I was gone. That was like a 5-minute stop. Woo, quick. Zip, zip. And the other time, it was a long road trip. We were going on vacation, and we were going like all the way down to Miami from Atlanta.
That was a long ride.
Yeah, it's like a 14-hour ride. This time, I gave her a computer.
That's true. I was in a zone writing.
I
like
gave
you
her
had
a
me
laptop.
all set up. It was great.
And then by the time she got tired of writing, we were
practically
there.
almost there, because I was in a zone. It was like my own little
that worked
writing retreat in a
very
car.
well.
You know?
Yeah, it worked.
Yep. I wasn't mad about that.
Okay.
Yep. We have some more comments in. Let's see. Ronaldo says to John, Stuckies, pecan rolls. John, you're telling your age. And John says, that's nice. And John says, I remember Shoney's big boy too.
Oh yeah. We remember.
Yep, I remember that. Like because it wasn't there. Didn't he hold up like that? Yeah. Yep.
Showing his belly like this.
Yep.
Out front.
And Ronaldo says, "How about south of the border?" Oh, I remember that. That's where we stopped one time.
I-95.
Yep.
In South Carolina.
Yep. And we have some more comments over here, so I'm going to look this way.
Yeah. What are the people doing over there? They're supposed to be over here.
Chris and Tamia ask, who does the driving? Tony.
Yeah, I do most of it.
And then he says, oh, Tony does. Yep. That is correct.
Unless I get really, really tired for some reason, then I will take a little break.
And I love being a passenger. I really do.
You do.
And I mean,
yes,
you married someone that before I met you, I had worked at a place that gave me car service. So I got used to having car service. So I just really like being driven around. I really do.
She really does.
No,
she really does.
I really do.
Doesn't matter whether it's a road trip. It can be
it could be in just the next town over. And I will appreciate being driven there.
Yes. This is very true.
Yep. It's true.
Sometimes I'll be like, Jill, I'm busy. I can't do it.
I was like, oh. And then the few times that I drive myself someplace these days, he goes, see, you do know how to drive. I'm like, yeah, I got a license. I got a car. But it's nice when you drive.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad I can make you happy with
Oh,
something
you do.
as simple as driving.
As
Well,
simple as
good.
driving.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shall we get to our last segment?
I always say we have another.
We have
segment.
another segment that we call
I'm trying to help you.
Well, I don't know what we're going to help anybody with. I guess it's advice if you're in a car with people you don't necessarily want to be in a car with.
I'm going to try to help everyone.
Okay, go for it.
If you haven't been on a family road trip in a long time, and when I say a long time, like over 5 years, I think you should schedule a family road trip. Because everyone is in this little cubicle right next to each other. You can't get away. You're right there. And you may learn some things about your close family member that you didn't know before. You might, and you might learn that you guys really enjoy each other even more than you thought. So, yeah, go ahead, take a family road trip.
I'm all for that.
And it should be a lot of fun. And even the parts that aren't fun, you'll have good memories.
That's right. That was going to be my advice. It's
Yeah,
like, remember,
like,
it's
what
all
you
about,
did.
you're bound to create new memories.
Yes.
And, I know I can't recall a road trip where I didn't create a great memory, with the person I'm with. And so I fully expect that on the next road trip that I take, like I'm very excited about the next road trip that I take,
Yeah, cool. Me too.
And, my other piece of advice is if it pains you to be in a car for too long, maybe you'll find a Tony who'll drug you up and you won't have to worry about it,
Look, you can do a lot of things when you know you're just going to be the passenger. You can make that ride
You can write
a party.
You can. It is a party. You could play DJ. That's when I am awake.
That's right.
That's what I do. Is I play DJ.
Yeah, you can really have a great time.
Sometimes Tony and I will talk out our future shows.
We do.
Sometimes we do.
We have.
We have.
We have.
We have done that.
Yep.
Yep.
Sure have.
So make it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how we looking on time?
We're looking great.
We're looking great on time.
We do have one more comment before we end the show. Ronaldo. Just wait till I see Ronaldo for asking this question. Is it Jill or Miss Daisy? I think you know the answer to that, Ronaldo. Just wait till I see you.
Wait a minute. There's another comment, and it looks
it's
like a
long.
book. It's a book. Someone has written a novel.
It's a story. It's a story. Okay, I don't know if the whole thing will show, but I can still read it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it down because I'll just read it. It's from John. He says, I remember my parents took me to Shoney's when I was a toddler. Wow, you remember that, John?
Wow.
Back in those days, they made the big boy statues with metal pieces riveted together. This particular statue started rushing along the rivets. Maybe you should read this because I don't know what he's saying. That sort of made him look like he'd crapped in his pants.
Hey, John.
I thought Big Boy had an accident. I cried and cried. My parents just laughed. They were going to explain what really happened, but it was getting late and we went home.
I know what really happened. They took you to some creepy place and say, hey, this is the big boy. But it wasn't really big boy. They took you to some nasty metal statue with horrible things on it. And they couldn't afford to take you to the big boy. So they took you to this other
It's
place
Shoney's.
and said, and they tricked him. They tricked
You think he got tricked?
Your parents tricked you and you never went. And now you're scarred for life because you know everything about, Shoney's and Big Boy now. But later you start going to the real one. I bet you never saw that metal statue ever again.
Have you seen this metal statue?
I haven't seen that metal statue of Big Boy ever. It was always a nice little chubby, smiling big boy.
But maybe it was before the big boy that we know statue. And, that was, and he evolved into the statue that we know now because little kids were traumatized because they thought he had an accident. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that was, pre what we know Big Boy to be.
I'm pretty old, but we need somebody probably older than me to verify this big boy, this metal creepy
I'll do some research before the next show.
In his pants.
I'm going to do some research before the next show and see if that's how it started and then they evolved because of all the little kids. So John said he confirmed that gave me issues later in life. That's why I ended up in TV news. Oh, John.
That's what happens.
Ronaldo says, John, so sorry you were traumatized at such a young age. However, it just made you stronger. And John says, "Aw."
Isn't that
Aww.
nice? Okay.
Well, I guess that's what the note we're going to end on.
We are just about out of time.
We are out of time.
If anyone knows about the horrifying Big Boy, the one that's rivets and steel and looks like it pooped in their pants, send us a note.
Well, Connie,
we would love to know whether that was the original Big Boy.
Yes, but I'm also going to do some research
did John's parents just pull a bad trick on him? Bad trick. My mother was good for playing these kind of jokes.
Oh, is that where you got that from?
Yeah, you know how if you kind of lay your leg straight, you can wiggle your kneecap. Well,
okay.
You can wiggle your kneecap. Okay, when you don't have any pressure on it, you can wiggle your kneecap.
Okay.
So I'm there, sitting on the floor, and she starts wiggling my kneecap. She says, oh, no. And my mother worked in a hospital. She says, oh, no. I'm like, what? Oh, no. You see this? And she started wiggling my kneecap. She says, it's not supposed to do that. So what do you mean?
Aww.
It's not supposed to do that. We're going to have to take you to the hospital, and they're going to have to cut your leg off.
Your mother said this to you?
Yes.
Oh. Did you believe her?
Yes.
Did you start crying?
Yes, I was just a boo-hooing.
When did she tell you she was joking?
She told me right after that.
Okay.
After I started crying.
So you didn't actually try to go to the hospital?
No.
Okay.
No.
I
wasn't gonna take myself to the hospital.
Well, no,
I was a little kid.
she might have gotten you. Come on, let's go.
Another time, she told me she playing with my belly button, and she said, "You see this? See this? If I pick at it too hard, it's gonna pop, and you're gonna go all over the room like a balloon."
That's funny. Well, we have some YouTube comments. Let's see. Connie says, my husband drove me to visit my younger siblings, and it has been awesome. I'm grateful to have him in my life.
Aww. See, I even said, I don't ever say, but I said, that's great. That's fabulous.
Chris says, Tamia always drives, so I take my CBD, THC, and zone out.
See,
I understand
now this
that.
is what I'm
that,
talking
Chris.
about. If you are a passenger and you know you're not going to be driving, you can really turn it into a good time. It'll be like this. I never noticed that before.
And John says, Jesus. And I thought my parents were effed up. That was cold.
That was cold. Yeah, that was low. But that's a type of sense of humor. But I think, John, you're going to find out that your parents weren't much different than my mother. Because they pulled that big boy, that monster big boy thing on you. You'll see.
Well, I'm going to do some research to see if that's true.
They showed him a metal statue of Godzilla.
Tony. On that note, we're going to end this show. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for participating. Thank you all. We love you all.
Well, yes, we do love you all. And look, this is what we need to do. We need to check out I'm Right every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And you can watch that show on Facebook and YouTube, and you can go to Jill's website, JillCox-Cordova.com, and click the podcaster tab. Also, after show, anyone? Look, we need your input. Come on, give us some input so we won't have a hard time thinking about what our next 300 episodes are going to be. So come on, let us know. If there's something you want us to talk about or questions you want to ask us, go right ahead and ask us.
I'm kind of afraid of that one.
I'm not afraid.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Hope you get to take some road trips soon.
Yes, soon.
Yes.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
A whole lot of fun.
All right. And
Cool.
I am, John, I really am going to research the big boy.
The big boy. We'll know by
statues.
next week.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. And love you all.
Love you all.
Now, this is just for the audio listeners only. We realize that when we end the show, you just might leave because we're saying bye. But we love that you're here, and check out some of the ads that you're going to see right after I stop talking.
You mean here?
Thank you. Yes. Ads that are going to be here. Yes. On audio only. So, love you.
Love you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.